It's Friday, everyone, and that means another episode of Starships and Steel. We have a slightly new format for you today, so stick around and check it out. My basic idea is to break my show up into 2 episodes a week. One will be a news, what's going on in the world of games from my perspective, and one will be a craft video, what I'm building, what I'm 3D printing, something like that. However, one thing is not going to change. This is what it's going to be. This is, of course, a bottle opener. Today, I've got this from Rogue. It is Hazelutely Choctabulous. Candy bar in a bottle. So we're going to see how sweet that actually is. Hopefully it's not too sweet. It says it is a 60% hazelnut brown nectar ale brewed with natural flavor and 40% chocolate stout brewed with chocolate. It says it's dedicated to Seb and Chris. For years, our hardest core local fans have been drinking a blend of chocolate stout and hazelnut brown nectar. They said it tastes like a chocolate candy bar. We have taken these 2 absolutely fabulous beers and fused them together to create Hazelutely Choctabulous. Dark and decadent with a rich, nutty flavor up front, followed by a chocolate truffle finish. We're thrilled to share our little secret with the world. So, give that a shot. Brewed in Oregon. 5.7% alcohol. So I'll see how this looks in my trusty Guinness glass. You also note that it's totally killing my light. Let's do it lower. You also note that I'm playing with a new location and new lighting, so hopefully this actually looks better. Still some more stuff I want to play with. I poured this horribly. Look at that head. Jesus. Freaking amateur. To be fair, the light, though, got in the way, so I had to pour lower. It screwed it up. Anyways, we're going to work on that. We're going to talk about the news. The news, you say? Why do I care about the news? Well, I find the news very boring, so we're going to talk about gaming news. I'm going to talk about some things I have here in my little outline. First thing I want to talk about is if you follow 15mm gaming, sci-fi gaming, that is, on Facebook, you will have noted that there has been talk of a campaign, perhaps a summer campaign, which has now become a year-long campaign that we're just looking at getting started at now. If you think you might be interested in that, it's not going to take a lot of games, maybe one every month or something like that. So I'll put a link to the video about that, which is down below. And so I'll put that down there for you guys. And I also want to talk about some Conan stuff. Weird. So if you've been following the Conan board game, Monolith has talked about doing a Kickstarter in September for another book, which will be a compilation of scenarios. During that Kickstarter, it sounds like it'll be possible to get a King pledge again, at least. So if you're interested in getting that, and getting it for cheaper probably, although I can't guarantee that, check that out in, I think, September. But keep your eyes out in case I'm wrong on the date too. Things change. The other big kind of news for the Conan board game is there's a site called the-overlord.net. And it is a community site, or was a community site, French and English for the most part. English is just coming up now. The French side's way more active, but we're trying to build up the English side. It's a place for fans to post ideas, scenarios, and that kind of idea for you guys to download and play, test out. Monolith is going to take that site over, so it's going to be the official Monolith community site, so that's pretty cool. I think I got that right. If not, someone will yell at me, I'm sure. So that's pretty cool. What else is new in RPG land? If you are someone that has the ICRPG core RPG hankering over at Drunken and Dragons, just updated that on DriveThruRPG, so go download that. More content, more adventures, more rules, more weapons. I think he said 60 more pages of stuff. So good deal, no extra cost. If you don't have ICRPG, go and get it. It's a good little system, easy to learn, and super quick to explain. I'm gonna pour some more beer here. Getting thirsty all this talking to you guys. And if you are looking at ICRPG and you're aware of it, and you know about me and don't know about the community on Google+, I don't know why, but I'll just plug it anyways. There's a great community on Google+, supported by Hankerin and a bunch of other people, so go check that out. And let's test this beer. Well, it's not overly sweet. I won't tell you that it's not sweet. I wanted to talk about some of the Kickstarters going on right now. Some of these are new, and some are ones I just randomly found looking through Kickstarter, and they're on their last couple days. So if you're interested in some of these, I would check them out ASAP. So the first big one this week, I'm sure most of you are already aware of, is Game of Thrones. So what's it called? A Song of Ice and Fire, a miniatures war game. So I'm going to put, apart from the pop-up here, I'm going to, of course, put links down below to all these Kickstarters. So go check them out if you're interested in them. Another one I came across was called Entrenched. It is a bunch of X-Wing miniatures terrain, like a full Death Star trench run. That one's, I think, pretty close to being finished. So if you play X-Wing and are interested in that stuff, I would go check that out too. Just to, you know, maybe you want some terrain for it. And it's got like turbo lasers and cool stuff like that. Looks like a pretty neat little Kickstarter. I've also got another one that I came across called Vikings, Great Hall Burning. This is a bunch of terrain and miniatures and a war game all in itself. Also pretty close to being finished. So check that out if you like Vikings, 28mm. The last one I want to talk about on Kickstarter, the last one I want to talk about is from Cigar Box Battles. And that is a double-sided plush terrain mat. So if you need terrain mats, I would go check out that Kickstarter as well. It also looks pretty good. They're a pretty well-known company from what I understand. I've never personally purchased anything from them, and I'm not personally involved in any of these Kickstarters, and I'm not personally backing any of these Kickstarters. But you guys might find them interesting, so I find them interesting, just not my exact cup of tea. I don't back up that many of them. I've probably backed like 6 Kickstarters in my time. I don't know. And of course, the last Kickstarter I will mention, even though it has not started yet, but they released a trailer video for it, is Bones 4. So lots of you guys probably don't like Bones. Lots of you guys probably do. I personally have no problem with them. I think they paint up fine, and they're inexpensive, and the Kickstarters, from what I understand, are even cheaper way to buy them. Full disclosure, I didn't really get back into the game scene until after the last Kickstarter, so I've never been involved in a Bones Kickstarter. I don't know what they're like. I might be involved in this one. I might not be. Depends what figures they have. As I play Conan and lower fantasy settings, the high fantasy monsters that are probably going to be in this probably won't have a lot of appeal to me. So a lot of the figures I might not care about. So, but we'll see. Might have some cool stuff. We'll find out, eh? Well, that is pretty much my little video for today. This one will hopefully be shorter, although this one might be a little longer as I'm trying to tell you guys my plans. So, and that is my general idea, is to have them split so they are shorter videos and you guys can watch them easier. So that is today's video. And in these Friday videos, I'm also going to include any dollar store finds I find, any craft items I find that I think will be interesting or useful for your game, any links to downloads I think that are interesting, anything like that. So it's going to be craft ideas, news for Kickstarter, news going on the internet, campaigns, updates to cool things, cool downloads I found, that kind of thing. And if you think that will be useful to you, if you liked this video, please click like. If you want to see more of these videos, hit subscribe. And of course, if you want to get notified, make sure you hit that bell icon, because apparently it doesn't notify you otherwise. Who knew? All right, everyone. Have a great Friday. I'll talk to you all later. Cheers.